why would one rely on mantra all the time?
Until there's the sense that there's no one that's needing to rely on mantra. After spontaneous conviction, like Maharaj says, mantra is also illusion because it's in the illusion, trying to remove one thorn. You have to remove one illusion, you take another illusion to remove it. That's how you have to do in the illusion. Just like you can talk about, in the illusion, the 5 elements and this and that and how this happens and how that happens. It's for conversation only to speak about what is not. The whole idea of a Maya is everything that is not. The unborn child, the problems, the experiences, the life of the unborn child. And how can the unborn child live more peacefully? Or how can it have more happiness? But it has to always go back to the root. The root is it's not reality. You are final reality. You are ultimate truth.
I don't want to rely on the mantra. I want to be quiet by myself. I don't want to rely on mantra or practice anything. I want to be just be. Why should I rely on mantra?
Just from the statement, why should I rely on mantra and I want this? I want this, that I am somebody else and that I want needs to be dissolved. All needs, all requirements came along with the body and will dissolve along with the body. Mantra just allows you to erase that I that thinks it wants to do something else. And once spontaneous conviction happens, mantra won't be, because there won't be that, that pull. And even then, again, spontaneous conviction, there can be this no sense of myself and my formless self taking form to perform something. But then you have experiences, the beautiful experience like I was speaking on Tuesday, getting the pacemaker put in, that will be a true test of selfless self. And instead of having that mind activity or even sitting there and saying, wow, even having a pacemaker put in, I'm still remaining as my selfless self. Well, that's terrible. Instead, mantra. Mantra. Even if I'm observing that I'm not having any thoughts about this, or I'm not experiencing any fear or any of that, mantra. That's the time for mantra.
Because that could be an opportunity for the ego to come in and say, it's really working. And
absolutely.
I'm doing it.
Absolutely. You don't want a you that's obtaining this.
Yeah.
Because that you is supposed to be gone. There is no I, you, he, she, it, nothing. They're all words to describe that one selfless self. And selfless self, like Nisargadatta Maharaj says, the I am is pleased when it's totally, completely that one-pointed remaining, and like with that worship, so to speak. It is not going to release its secrets in that way to a you. You are not going to give the keys to the kingdom to a fictional imaginary character so that they can proclaim that they have got something. The whole idea is that you who can claim or take credit for anything is not. And only you, selfless self, are. So anything that adds to ego, like Maharaj says, subtle ego, subtle ego. This subtle ego is the one that sits there and says, I'm going through this, look at this. Most people would be so scared, and I'm sensing myself. I'm in complete and total peace. I'm in absolute peace. I. But there is no I. And if that I starts to form, no. That sense of presence, that I am, this instrument senses that sense of presence. But that presence, everything appears upon that spontaneous presence. And it's spontaneous because there is nothing here. It's not holding down. There's no pinpoint where I can say, this is me and all of this is happening to me, there's no pin on the map anymore.
You have no point of reference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even using the body, you're not referencing it as in time doing this or doing that. It's just, again, Maharaj always says, take the water, drink, and put down. Every experience is like that. There's no thinking about the water or whether the water, you know, how my thirst is, or we're sitting there saying, well, there's water there, but maybe I should not drink in this moment. It's just like, okay, thought comes, goes to intellect. Intellect makes a decision and implements through ego. That's it. Ego is action. But without like thinking about this whole thing or tomorrow, and see, this happens all the time, every day. You don't think about, like tomorrow, you don't sit there and say, oh, at 7:51, I was drinking water last night. No, it was just done and over and finished. Because there was no need to make it a footprint. There was no, quote, experience occurring. It's just, I'm thirsty. I drank water, now I'm not thirsty. Okay, finish.